Negro, Latino, and Native American, according to the seed of their father, right? Because it's the 12 patriarchs, not the matriarchs, right? That's just fact. That's how the Most High set it up. That's why you know these fake Jews, they got it wrong, because they go by the matriarch, right? When it's really the patriarchs, it's through the seed of their fathers. But they're not even, they're Amalek. They're the chief family of Esau, the chief tribe of Esau, which is the Caucasians. This is second Esdras. Second Esdras 6 at the top. And he said unto me, in the beginning, when the earth was made, before the borders of the world stood, or ever the winds blew, before it thundered and lightened, wherever the foundations of paradise were laid, before the fair flowers were seen, wherever the movable powers were established, before the innumerable multitude of angels were gathered together. That's how you know that there's innumerable. That's what it said. It says, before the innumerable multitude of angels were gathered together. Right? Or ever the heights of the air were lifted up, before the measures of the firmament were named, or ever the chimneys in Zion were hot. And ere the present years were sought out, and or ever the inventions of them that now sin were turned, before they were sealed that have gathered faith for a treasure, then did I consider these things. Then I considered these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other. Right? So, Most High has that power. Then said I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? So when is our captivity at an end? Right? When we go, I just saw a band that had John 3:16 on it. And John 3:16 is a good scripture, but the world is talking about Israel. But it says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Adam unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right? So let's go back to Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 10 and 10. The physician cutteth off a long disease. He that is today a king, tomorrow shall die. And is not Esau a king right now? For when a man is dead, he shall inherit creeping things, beasts, and worms. The beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High, and his heart is turned away from his Maker. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination. And that's why they call this place America. Like they say they're proud to be America, Americans. That's why they have all these abominations, right? That's why you see homosexuals out of place, right? That's why they're teaching these false doctrines, idol worship in these churches, right? That's why they allow anybody just to be anything. That's why Don Cheadle was like, oh, trans rights and that. Man, fuck transgenders, right? And that's righteous to say that, right? Because that's not righteous. A transgender is not righteous, right? But they put them on a pedestal, right? Where it says the beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High. So when you start eating pork, shrimp, ham, and lobster, right? Even though it says in the scriptures, you're not supposed to eat pork, shrimp, ham, and lobster, right? They still do it. That's pride, right? Because what it says, when one departed from the Most High, right? Departed from Yahawah, which Yahawah is the true name of the Most High. And his heart is turned away from his maker. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly. That's why America is going to be destroyed in an hour, right? According to the scriptures. Right? It says, 14, the Lord hath cast down the throne of proud princes, and it's going to happen again. This place is going to be destroyed. America is going to be destroyed because it's proud. And set up the meek in their stead. And the meek right now are the Israelites, the Negro, Latino, and Native American. Right? We're meek, right? Because we've been destroyed. Right? We're under these curses. Can't get more humble than that. The Lord overthrew countries of the heathen, so non-Israelites, and destroyed them to the foundations of the earth. And it's just going to happen again. He took some of them away and destroyed them, and hath made their memorial to cease from the earth. Hey, pride is not made for men, nor furious anger for them that are born of a woman. Right? They that fear the Lord are a sure seed. And it's talking about the Israelites, the Negro, Latino, and Native American. And they that love him, an honorable plant. They that regard not the law, right? So eating pork, shrimp, ham, and lobster. That's an abomination, right? You praying to sweet Jesus, that's an abomination, right? They that fear the Lord are a sure seed, and they that love him, which is keeping the commandments, an honorable plant. Let me hold that on the side. Okay, so it says, they that fear the Lord are a sure seed, right? So it's gonna grow, right? Ain't gonna be no problems with it. And they that love him, an honorable plant, right? They that regard not the law are dishonorable seed. They that transgress the commandments are deceivable seed. Right? So this is 1 John 5:3. For this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, not eating pork, not eating shrimp, not eating lobster, right? Man, pig is so disgusting. They eat garbage. It's just common sense, like the Apostle Gabar said. That's who I heard it from. That all these laws that the Most High has given us are common sense, right? So let me read that again. It says, 1 John 5:3. For this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, right? Talking chiefly to the Israelites, the Negro, Latino, and Native American, because those laws were given to them. But the heathens, they're going to have to follow the commandments in the kingdom, because if they don't, we're going to bring hell upon them. Well, why are we going to bring hell upon them? But they just won't have to follow these laws, right? It says, for this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. They're not, right? Verse 20, Sirach 10 and 20. Among brethren, he that is chief is honorable, so are they that fear the Lord in his eyes. The fear of the Lord goeth before the obtaining of authority, right? But roughness and pride is the losing thereof. Wherefore he be rich, noble or poor, their glory is the fear of the Lord. And that's what we glory in, right? The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Right? It is not meet to despise the poor man that have understanding, and that's us, right? We're poor. We're poor because what? We don't have rulership. We don't have the slaves. We don't have these people subjected under us. But that's what we're gonna have in the kingdom of heaven, right? Pertaining to Revelation 13 and 10, right? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So when we have these Edomites in captivity, that's when we have authority, right? It is not meet to despise the poor man that have understanding. So we have understanding, right? The prophets have understanding, right? Neither is it convenient to magnify a sinful man. And that's all this place does. Magnifies sinners. Right? They lift up people like hell, this man, you can charge these people on a whole bunch of stuff. Right? Like they say, forget 9/11 in them, or forget slavery, but we're saying forget 9/11. You're gonna have to remember the new stuff, right? The new atrocities coming onto you, right? Neither it says neither is it convenient to magnify a sinful man. Because what? All these fake Jews put up in the music industry, all they talk about is killing in them, and that's the only way.
Praise Elohim. Praise Elohim.
Who?
Elohim, God, Yahweh.
Yahawah. Yeah. Praise Yahawah Bahashem YAHAWASHI. Right? Did that man have a beard on his face? Anyways, look, hey, but he was an Israelite. It says, neither is it convenient to magnify a sinful man, but that's who they put on a pedestal, right? Like these rappers, right? Like YMW Melly. He got that song like somehow they think that, or like he killed his two best friends for fame and them, and they still magnify him. They say, oh, you know, he's great, but at the same time he's committing sin, right? The people who you should be magnifying is the ones turning back to the God of the Bible, Yahawah Bahashem YAHAWASHI, right? So it says 24, great men and judges and potentates shall be honored, yet is there none of them greater than he that feareth the Lord, right? And that takes faith, which faith is a gift in itself. 25, unto the servant that is wise shall they that are free do service, and he that have knowledge will not grudge when he is reformed, right? When he's rebuked, right? Because what? We was rebuked getting into this truth. We get rebuked every day by the Most High, right? Putting off that former conversation. Be not over